What's up, everybody, and welcome to Streetlights. Streetlights is a podcast dedicated to highlighting the talented community of creatives that gladly call the streets of Oxnard home in hopes of fostering community and inspiring a new generation alike, hosted by two friends striving to do just that. I'm Kevin Pantoja. I'm a filmmaker, writer, and photographer, and I'm joined by one of my closest friends.
My name is Alejandro Martinez. I am a photographer, cinematographer, and just a creative in general.
Do you want to say why we're in this beautiful location?
Of course, my dear friend. So this location here, we're close to the Wainimi Beach. You know, if you look over there, you can see the Santa Cruz Island, and I think the other one is called the Santa Rosa Island. The whole point of this series is for us to highlight different parts of the city, and by doing that, we kind of just want to highlight the beauty of even the little parts of the city, right? Even spots like this.
Yeah, I would have never.
This very small abandoned parking lot, you know, that's closed off.
But this is where the real conversations happen. You know?
I mean, exactly. Yeah, I heard that they used to throw like raves here.
I can see why. It's such a calm spot. There's, I don't know. I live like down the road and I've never been here.
No, yeah, exactly. I live like in the center, and you know, it's like my second time here, I guess.
But Streetlights is sponsored by 7th Street Pictures, which is a digital collective in the world of media, hoping to work on things that we are passionate about and that we hold dear with the respect that they deserve to be held. But I think for our inaugural episode, it's important to kind of know where we're coming from. So I just kind of want to go into our little backstory a bit. I met you in high school.
Yes, you did.
We had mutual friends, but I never really. We got closer after high school because of the parties at Haku's.
Yep. Shout out Haku.
Shout out. If you don't say we go way back, if you were never at Redwood, you know? But I don't know.
Indeed.
I just remember that you would always bring your little Olympus with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you would just capture the moments. And I just want to thank you because through you introduced me to film photography, and I did fall in love with it. So I'm not sure if I've ever thanked you for that, but you really changed my life with introducing me to that.
Oh yeah, of course, man. I'm proud to hear it.
And then you kind of put our whole little group on that, and it was through one of those little rides to Dexter's. Shout out Dexter's film lab here in Ventura. But through one of those talks, we kind of talked about how back in the day we both wanted to make short films, but we didn't know like people that were interested in like that, so we were kind of always scared to pursue that. But I'm glad we had that talk, because through that we've made some little small things that, even though they might seem small, I'm having a blast just working with you and doing our hobby. But it's becoming even more of a hobby. It's becoming like a chance to just get out there creatively and tell stories that we want to tell, because especially in a community like Oxnard, it's not always easy to find these sort of creatives, or it's looked down upon. So I'm glad that every year I'm meeting more and more people who are as passionate about this as we are. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, me, if I'm being honest, I can honestly agree with almost everything you're saying. The main thing that I really try and tell, you know, Kevin and myself and our beautiful crew that we've created throughout this last year, you know, shout out Josh, Luis, my little brother Angie, Jason, the other Josh, and Ed. as well as our newest guy Ed. Shout out Ed. He has some crazy stories. That's all I'm gonna say. But I feel like our whole crew should really be proud that, you know, we're actually taking time like out of our days, our weeks. You know, there's a million other things we can be doing, but you know, we all come together once a week, sometimes twice, to just go out and create. We recently wrapped up filming on our first ever, I would say like full crew short film. It's called And Then It Hit Me. Right now it's currently being edited. Hopefully it's out by the summertime, and hopefully we get a chance to premiere it as well. You know, that's something I'm honestly extremely proud of, and yeah, I honestly just can't wait to show that to the world, as well as the other things that we work on in the future.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. But I I feel like we work so well together because I come from more of a writing background and you're more of a visual storyteller, and we kind of play off of each other. So that's why you're my go-to cameraman. I directed this last film that we did, and he was my cinematographer. But why do you think we work so well together?
Well, if I'm being honest, it's mostly for the reasons you just listed. If you guys were to read this man's scripts, he is an amazing writer. Definitely a better writer than myself. I don't really have too much experience in my writing. I feel like I'm more skilled behind the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like he's more of the brains and I'm more of the brawn. Brains and brawn is always both parts of the equation.
I think it's a match made in heaven.
Oh, definitely.
Don't sell yourself short though. Like, even if when it doesn't come to like film, you have the type of conversations that I have with you. You're a very insightful person, and I just feel like if you would, I want to see what you could write, because I think everybody can write. It's just you have to. It's like a muscle you got to massage. But with you, I'm learning so much about being behind a camera, especially when it comes to movement. Like, I'm good with photography, but when it comes to movement, every time I work with you, I try to take something out of it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, and whenever I work with you, especially our days at the cafes, shout out Panera and shout out Coffee Bean.
Shout out Panera,
especially Panera. Yeah. But whenever we're working on writing a script, or simply trying to get down some plot lines, or simply planning a scene, whatever the case may be, I feel like you really given me some insight into how to really plan out these things, and when we're writing, how to like write them down in a manner that's more professional.
I get you. But I want to take it back to the way beginning. What's your first memory behind a camera?
Ooh, now that's an amazing question. Now, my first memory behind a camera would go back to when I was young. I don't remember my exact age, but I remember growing up. My dad, shout out my dad. He had one of those vintage big VHS camcorders, right? The ones that you would put the little tapes in.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he would just use that camera almost every day to capture me and my little brother at the park.
Shout out Engie.
Shout out Engie. Me and my little brother trick or treating, whatever the case may have been, right? But seeing him capture all those memories, to be honest, it really fascinated me in a way. And when he would put the camera down, me being the curious kid I was, I would just try and record stuff myself, And even though I was a kid and I didn't record much, I would just try and get as creative as I possibly could.
And I think that's the beauty of art, and especially when it comes to video and photography. At the end of the day, we're being historians. We're documenting things, whether it's like political change or it's just documenting growing up, your kids growing up. I think that's what I find beautiful about it. And similar to you, I guess my first memory behind a camera was playing with my little cousins. Not even like on a digicam or like a actual camera. It was we all had we were tablet kids, but we would make little short little kid films where we would get little toy dinosaurs, and we would edit it like on iMovie, and the whole thing was that it was our version of Jurassic Park, and the little dinosaur toys were chasing after us. Or I grew up with all girl cousins, and I remember when I would go over, they had like their little Bratz and Barbie dolls, and we would just film that. Like, we would play life with that. But at least that's where I come from when it comes to like cameras and stuff like that. And obviously film photography that I ended up really liking growing up later, and now just messing around trying to make stories. But
Beautifully said. Well, now that we're on the topic of questions, I guess I can ask you something.
Yeah, go for it.
I know that the both of us have for sure dwelled into both film and digital photography.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I might know the answer, which one do you prefer and why?
Easiest question you've ever asked me before in my life. Film all the way.
Yes.
I love the texture, man. It just makes things look a little rough around the edges, and I think that's my vibe, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could, and it's a whole debate because people are like, is the image cool because it's film, or is the composition or image cool? And I don't know the answer. And honestly, sometimes, yeah, I take a mediocre picture, but because it's film, it does. You just gotta respect this, like the format, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
I also know the answer, but do you want to say which one you prefer?
Yes, of course, and I'll explain why as well. Of course, I have fallen extremely in love with film photography, both for the look, and just for the way that it's shot. The fact that every time you take a picture on a film camera, you can see the outcome right away. It just kind of adds an element of mystery, you know. And no matter how long that specific roll will last you, whether it's a week, a month, a couple months, once you finally get it developed and you look at all the pics you took, like it's kind of like
it's like gambling.
No, yeah, for sure. In a way, it's gambling, but it also feels like a time machine, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it shows you where you were a month ago, 2 months ago, etc., etc.
I think it's gambling, or it's an addiction for sure. Because every time I go to Dexter's, I go just to drop off a roll, and then I end up leaving like $100 poor.
Yeah.
Because I don't like. I'm very impatient. I want to see my pictures. So I get the rush, and then I get like 3 rolls, but I really do thank you for. That's my vice right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, of course.
And it sucks because you kind of introduced our whole little friend group to it, and we were all like, even going back to that whole time machine argument. Sometimes I look back at like 2023 to like 2024 and all the film pictures that we all collectively took, and we were having fun, but we were documenting everything that was happening.
We honestly were.
And I guess we're still doing it now with like the projects that we're working on, but it's for sure changed.
No, yeah, for sure.
But I kind of touched on a bit with style. I think my style is very more independent filmmaking, sort of do it yourself and rough around the edges. But what would you describe your style as?
Now that's a good question. In both photography and filmmaking, I honestly like to make my style more. Now I don't like to use the word edgy, but I would call it more edgy, dark, gritty. Any word that kind of resembles those three words that I just said. I've honestly just always liked like a darker, noir, emotional style. You know, especially in my photography, I like to use a professional flash in the nighttime, just simply to highlight all my colors, and just make everything pop. My favorite thing to shoot is people, and whenever I shoot portraits of people, I just always like to use the darkness with a flash to just try and make them look as cool as possible.
I mean, it creates contrast, no?
Yeah, of course. Now that's the word I was missing. Contrast. Yes, me and contrast, they go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, sir. I was about to call you ma'am.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
We gotta cut that now too. No, we're keeping that too.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. Yep.
Yeah, it's cold here in Perkins. We're at Perkins.
The Perkins in Industrial District.
Shout out Perkins.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think our style is for sure blend. But one thing I do want to do, at least for me personally, is I don't want to be tied down to like a specific look, or especially genre, man. I want to try something new.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean the whole point with owning the cameras that we own is that you're free to express yourself in any way you see fit. And
one of my favorite things that my Professor Lawson, you are the greatest, has always said is that right now when we're amateurs, we're allowed to be experimental and try things even if they don't work, because who's going to hold us accountable? We're finding our voice, but it's when you get to that next level where you're kind of held to a standard.
Oh yeah,
so
of
at
course.
least for myself, I try to savor what we're at right now.
Yeah,
it's very free.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Very free. because it's just us and our crew. We don't have any higher ups that we have to report to. We only report to
us,
ourselves,
yeah.
of course.
And yeah, but do you want to mention why your go-to style is a little bit more edgy with talking about who your inspirations are? Because I think inspirations make who you are.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now, if I were to get into my inspirations and why my style is the way it is, I think it would go down to my music taste.
Yeah.
Back in high school, I'm pretty sure a majority of you know about the SoundCloud era. We're talking about guys who used to post a bunch of music on SoundCloud and make their videos with their iPhones.
Yeah.
Very cheaply made videos that just had a very dark tone and a very dark gritty vibe. Think of artists like Suicide Boys, Bones, Denzel Curry, Night Lavelle, many people like that, right? And yeah, back in high school, I was a humongous fan of that era.
Mhm.
And every time I would hear the music, and anytime I would see how the videos were shot, like it kind of just made me fall in love with that whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would see these guys like rap on top of like a broken down car.
I think one
Or
of my
I'm
favorite
sorry.
music videos is the Suicide Boys ones that was shot like on an iPhone 6s.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
No, yeah, exactly. Because even though they didn't have all the gear in the world, they still made something that I thought was honestly so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just seeing all that and growing up with it, I kind of took most of my inspiration from those videos to create what I create now.
Nice.
Mm. And for you, my friend, what would you say inspired you within these last few years, or even back to your childhood?
So I've said this to you. You guys are very music heads, and I'm not really a music head. I like music. I have some favorite artists, but I'm more of a movie guy.
Mm-hmm.
So some of my inspirations are people like Spike Lee. I really like Richard Linklater. Recently Ryan Coogler. Huge.
Okay.
But kind of just like those sort of independent early 90s filmmakers that kind of just got up and decided to make like the films, and it created that whole new little boom in independent film. But those are the type of dudes that I look up to. Music, I like Frank Ocean, Mac Miller, but yeah.
Shout out Mac. Rest in peace, my boy Mac.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Moving on. Now, I see you got a little friend there in your lap. Who is that?
Yeah. Oh, bro, this is Lenny the horse. Who do you have there?
This is Yeet the cat. Can you explain why, out of all the animals in the world, you have a horse?
Well, I have a horse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you technically are the reason I have a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Our group of friends, we don't call each other our name. We like if you guys call me Kevin, I'm like, what's going on? We have several nicknames, but you gave me the nickname. At first, I hated it. I was like, why the heck are you calling me this? And I tried to get like you guys to stop calling me that, and then I got pushed back by everybody. I got pushed back by Eloy. I got pushed back by Rodolfo, Eric. They're like, no disrespect, but if you actually think that I'm gonna call you Kevin, you're dead wrong. But
Yes, sir.
it got to a point where I'm not even answering to Kevin no more. Like, it's so weird, but you call me Pony because
Yep.
I look like one of your coworkers that they call
Yeah,
Pony.
one of my coworkers.
Yeah, ex-coworkers that you call Pony. But I came to embrace it. Horses they're just chill. They're chill animals.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember what Young Thug said?
Horses don't stop. They keep going.
They keep going.
Yeah. So your nickname is not Yeet.
Oh, it's definitely not.
So what's your nickname?
My
And you can get as
Nickname?
descriptive as possible, or you could just keep it vague.
Oh, of course. Now, me, I'm not the type of man that likes to keep things vague. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Nah. We might have to cut that.
No.
No, hell no. Okay, but me, I don't like to keep things vague. I like to be proud who I am as a person, including all my traits. Now, if any of you have ever seen Monsters Inc., you'll recognize a little green guy who goes by the name Mike Wazowski.
Yes, sir.
Now, me, unfortunately, growing up, I had a retinal detachment in my left eye, which means that I'm blind from my left eye, and I wear a prosthetic. And given that I can only see from my right eye, who else only sees from one eye? Mike Wazowski. Mm-hmm.
Just to be clear, I did not give him this nickname. All right.
Yeah. He didn't. And to be clear, this name I never exactly hated it, but I didn't exactly love it in the beginning. But I grew to love it, of course. But my nickname is Wizzy, short for Wazowski.
It's also short for Wizenheimer.
Yup. But yeah, my name has been Wizzy because I see in the same manner as Mike Wazowski. Yup. And yeah, I mean that's the person I am, and I've never been afraid to admit it. You know.
But we don't have Mike Wazowski, so we brought Yeet Cat.
Yeah. Now the reason I have Yeet Cat is because it's Yeet. Who doesn't like Yeet? You know.
For real.
Sitting outside, I'm still on X. ¿Qué más quieres?
Yeet has a crazy bar. You mind if I just say it real quick?
Please do.
He has a bar that says, "Scooby-Doo, my dog," talking about Zoink. I can't talk to the law. All I heard is oink. That's generational. Now, you see, it's lines like those that really get me through my days. You know. For real.
Yeah.
I think we should add Yeet as an inspiration. You know. Like
we
who else
definitely
is doing
should.
it like Noah? Ain't nobody doing like Noah.
Like Mr. Smith?
Like
absolutely
Mr. Smith.
Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
No. All right. So back to street lights. What can I?
We can cut this. It's all good.
We will find a way. We will find a way. But
Yeah.
I guess my next question is how different is film, like shooting video, compared to photography for you as a cinematographer?
Wow. If I'm being honest, I've been into photography for the last few years, right? And I even got to the point where I've been doing paid shoots.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see on my sweater, this is a local brand named Oxnard. They were one of my first ever clients, and they actually gave me this hoodie as a thank you. So yeah, shout out Oxnard. But once I actually got into the whole filmmaking game with Kevin, it was for sure a challenge because the main difference between photography and filmmaking is the fact that there's just so much more that goes into it. Because now you don't just have to worry about the camera and how the video looks. You have to worry about the audio.
Yeah.
You have to worry about the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
You have to worry about so many other things, and just the whole mess of cables and stuff that goes into it. The amount of things you have to charge, like it can honestly get extremely stressful. But when you actually take the amount of time to pay attention to every single detail, the final result is just so worth it. So worth it.
I mean, tell me if you agree or not, but I see it as two different types of sports. I see more photography, more like something like boxing, where you rely on yourself. But
of course,
for film, it's a team sport, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least for me, because I directed this last film, it was about getting the crew on the same page, and we were good at that. I would never trade my crew for anything, but I guess what I learned most from that project was that film is about respecting and just working on a solid vision that everybody agrees with, because if one department is confused, the whole project suffers.
Yes, can definitely agree.
But what are some things that you learned from the short film that we shot, or whatever project we shot? We shot a couple now.
Yeah, well, especially from the last film where we worked with a full crew. I mainly learned that you can't always have everything under your control as much as you want to. So for
There's a plane
for sure.
passing by.
Oh yeah, mom, it's all good. But for sure, the one thing that our last project has taught me especially is patience.
Yeah.
And a lot of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't see eye to eye a couple of times, but at the end of the day, we disagreed on a couple things, especially when it came to framing. But there was a couple times that I went home and I was like, you know what, Alejandro cooked today. And
oh yeah, exactly.
I
Same with you, of course.
Yeah, I try to make sure to tell everybody at the end of the day, how much I appreciated them, because like you said, they got up and they came with us to make something, and
Most definitely.
yeah. But what else? If you had to give someone advice that's hesitant to start, what would it be?
Hesitant to start. Well, for anyone that's aspiring out there, not even in just filmmaking and photography, just in anything in life. If you don't go chase after something, it's just gonna keep on getting farther and farther. And if you never ask, the answer is always gonna be no. So my complete honest advice is just to live with no fear. If you want to try something, you go ahead and you do it. Yeah, it might sound corny, it might sound cliche, but it honestly does not get any realer than that.
I don't think it's corny to try.
Definitely not. And it sucks too, because I feel like our society has made it feel like it is corny. Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Definitely. But like, it doesn't matter if you have a professional camera or just your phone. If you want to film something,
Film it.
yeah. If you want to take photos of something, you take photos of it. It really doesn't get any simpler than that. The only one that's stopping you is yourself.
Fear is the mind killer.
Shout out Dune. I can't wait for part 3.
But yeah, you're very eloquent when it comes to describing these things, and thank you for that. Thank you you're inspiring me, and I'm just sitting right next to you.
Oh yeah, of course, sir, of course. I try to inspire everybody.
Just being here and looking around to my surroundings, right in front of me, there's a beautiful power plant. Like we said, it's just these parts of Oxnard that we really want to highlight. But how does the community impact you, like as a storyteller, as a creative, or has it at all?
The community, especially at this point in my career, I feel like they've honestly played a good part in how I'm trying to expand both with 7th Street and in my individual photography. The insight I get from other people, and the different projects I get to do. I mean, it's just all like so fresh, Yeah. Like I always like to go shoot new things or tell new stories, and every single time that I do, I just end up coming out and learning something new.
Yeah, I think how it's impacted me is I'm a very sort of pensive, sort of introspective type of person. If you would, I'm not sure if you would agree with that or not, but at least I like looking around my surroundings and just taking it all in, especially because I've grown up here my whole life, man. And I don't get the bad rep that Oxnard sometimes gets, where people call it this or they call it that. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And when I started wanting to make like things and tell stories, I wanted to make sure that people kind of knew where I came from, because Oxnard's a pretty big place, and we have a solid community of creatives, which I hope this show allows me to put out there, and just people that I find inspiring. But I wanted to make it my mission just to highlight where I'm from,
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'll go ahead and add on to what you just said. But as much as some people in our community are ashamed to say that they're from here, I absolutely love it, because I got to meet people like Kevin. I got to meet people like my friends. Like, I've just met a lot of wonderful people along the way. Are we rolling, sir? Beautiful.
Cool.
Okay, so
we
where
had a little
were we?
technical difficulty, but we're back now.
Yep.
But Oxnard.
Oh yeah, I'm Oxnard. Yeah, so I was saying that as much as people are ashamed to say that they're from here, you know, I've honestly never gotten like that whole spiel either, because my life here has been nothing short of beautiful, you know. You know, with all the people I've met, with all the experiences that I've had. I mean, yeah, similar to how Kevin said, I wouldn't trade it for absolutely anything.
Especially with like recent things going on, man. Like, I think more than ever we should highlight a community like Oxnard because it's very diverse and there's so much culture around us. And those are just the type of stories I want to tell. They're not being made in Hollywood. They're maybe slowly, but even then, I don't find them authentic. So, at least for me, if someone has to be the one that makes it, that has to be me. I'm willing to try. At the end of the day, I just want to try.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I think these type of stories, or at least some like the ones I want to tell, they haven't been told yet, and I'm like 100% sure that I'm not the first one with these ideas.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I just want to like give a voice to the town. You know? I love this place.
Yeah, me too. It's not exactly a place that's on the map, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't try to put it on the map.
For sure not. And we're not saying like we have Anderson Paak. We gotta shout out Anderson Paak. We gotta shout out the people before us. We gotta shout out the boxers.
Oh yeah. Shout out Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Well, Pacquiao.
I thought Pacquiao was from here.
I think he trains here.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he trains here.
Damn. Fact
right?
check?
Yes.
Or fact check?
Yeah, can we fact check that? Yeah? Okay, for sure.
Cool. We got it.
Who else? There was somebody else. Who?
You want to say that?
Chiwiwis? Chiwiwis is not from Oxnard.
Shout out Danny Garcia Boxing.
Oh, Danny Garcia Boxing. Yup, definitely.
But yeah, dude, I love this place.
Yeah, me too. Most people take it for granted that we live right next to the beach, you know?
Dude, I live like 5 minutes away from here, and if it wasn't for like this filming that we've been doing lately, I'm hardly ever here, and that's not cool, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if anything, we should feel blessed to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'll take that as a sign to just come here way more often.
Yeah.
Way more often.
Because at some point, things change, places change, so we still have it. We gotta cherish it.
Yeah, exactly. While we're still young, that's what I say.
For real. It's all about growth. But any other questions you would like to add on the creativity sort of aspect? Just anything you want to throw out?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, right now you just said the word growth. You know that
2026.
Yep. That kind of sparked a little something in my brain and in my heart. How do you feel that you have grown as a creative within the last, I would say, 5 years?
This is a new hobby for me, you know? Like up until when we started like hanging out like that and just starting to go to Dexter's and stuff like that. That was on like the last like 6 years.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, for sure after 2020.
Growing up, obviously I was real good at writing. If there was one thing I was good at, it was writing. I took like English honors classes and stuff like that, and like I always wanted to make little short films, but I never did it because I was scared, just because I didn't have a camera. But I went from that to at least trying to make something, and I feel like we did a real good job at this. Like even just this right now, I thought this was going to be way harder, setting up all this equipment and filming here, but it really wasn't. But yeah, dude, I'm not scared to do things no more, which is great.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm scared to do other things that are not involving film, but this is my bread and butter, man.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Peeking right there.
We're always peaking.
Facts.
We're always peaking. Yes, sir.
But how about yourself? Because when I met you, you were pretty good at this already.
Well, I for sure don't like to toot my own horn, but yeah, when we first actually started to hang out, that was around 2021, and that was the same year I got my first ever camera, and I remember that first year I would just experiment with anything I could get my hands on, and yeah, throughout just a year or two of just straight experimenting, that honestly helped me find my style and my real passion for photography as well. And one second.
Take your time.
And yeah, just as the years went by and I started to shoot different things, like I would just get so inspired to just always try something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've for sure never been the type. Actually, no, it's a lie. During these last five years, I did start off scared. You know, like I didn't really want to leave the house with my camera because I would just get those intrusive thoughts of like, oh, what if these people think I'm weird? What if these people think I'm cringy? Blah blah blah. But the more time went on, the less shame I started feeling, and the more pride I started to feel. You know.
I mean, at least for me, whenever I bring my camera out somewhere, everybody's super supportive. If anything, they just want to know what we're doing.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think one of my favorite interactions ever was I took my camera out to do a little like photo walk because I was bored, and I took it downtown, and a lady pulled up on me, and she like, I thought she was gonna say something, but she just told me like, I think it's really cool what you're doing. It was an older lady, an older Hispanic lady, and then I just pretty much told her like what I was doing. I was just there to get some pictures because I was bored, and she said like, she was very reassuring about it. She said échale ganas, and she's like, I'm glad that you're doing a hobby like this because there's other people your age that are doing worse things, and it's very facts.
Yeah,
I try to like, sometimes like this could be very stressful, but I always tell myself I could be doing drugs, you know, which I'm not, allegedly.
I was about to say that you took the words right out of my mouth.
But yeah, I'm gonna hit you with some quick fire questions though.
Of course.
Straight on or Dutch tilt?
Ooh. If I had to choose, straight on, because even though
Dutch tilts.
Yes, even though straight on might be basic, I mean it's just more safe, you know.
Yeah.
Dutch tilts, I feel like they're only for a handful of situations.
I agree with you.
Yeah, you really can't use it in a majority of shots.
Nope. I like Dutch tilts, which is sometimes where we have our disagreements, but they both have their spot.
Yeah, but you don't just like Dutch tilts. You love them.
No, I don't. No.
You don't love them?
No, I mean, I had an idea for a cool Dutch tilt that I wanted to include with this, and I still think it could have worked, but we weren't able to get it.
Yeah,
But I don't even think we're using that shot.
Really? You don't think so?
I can't remember if it's in the edit or not.
Oh, damn. Hey, well, like I always say, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Let's hit me with another one.
Of
we'll
course.
Go back and forth.
Ooh, so this is where my sparks in my brain can really fly. Do you prefer a hero shot or a high shot?
That depends on the character.
Yes, sir. Correct answer.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. What else can I ask you? We're very spontaneous type of people. I'm not sure if you guys could see that from this recording, but we're kind of winging it.
Oh, I think of course.
That makes it, but
yeah, that kind of adds to the beauty of it.
Hard light
or
soft light?
Ooh, soft for sure. Soft for sure.
Okay.
You know, I like a little diffusing action. You know.
Soft focus or deep focus?
Deep.
Deep
focus.
Really?
Very, very deep.
So you want everything on focus?
Oh, you mean it like that? If
like
if
bokeh
we're speaking
or like soft, like that's soft to me.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah, I kind of got the
rag,
words like misinterpreted right there.
Deep
But
is where you can see everything.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. But
It's getting a little windy.
Oh, definitely. But for me, the more bokeh, the better.
I agree.
For those that don't know what bokeh is, when you're focused on a subject, that was just simply be all the blur in the background.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which in my opinion makes a shot just look phenomenal.
Yeah. I think they both got their time and place depending on the shot as well.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna chew with another one. Zoom or physically moving the camera.
Physically moving the camera always.
Correct answer. Correct answer.
Yeah, it's always best to just step around and try and get the best possible angle you can using your tripod, your hands, or any other equipment you might have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you gotta zoom, never be afraid to zoom in either. Never.
You gotta make use of whatever equipment you have.
Yeah, exactly. It's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, just because me and you kind of have always bonded over music, a way that I kind of just want to encapsulate and end off each episode is with a little segment where we especially like rap music, and the rap scene here in Oxnard is pretty big. I just thought it would be fun to end it off with a little rap sesh with each of our guests to see what we could come up with.
I couldn't agree more.
So,
and I'm so down for it.
But all right, what type of rap song are we going for though? Are we going for like a Sarcophagus 3 type of vibe, or what are we looking at?
Or are we looking like at a Century type of vibe?
Dude. Yeah.
Or are we looking at more of like a cranky type of vibe? Shout out Yeet. Mm-hmm.
Hear me out.
Let's hear my boy spit a little bit.
No, I'm not starting off.
Oh no, you're not
starting off. We still got to think, dude.
For sure.
But let's just try it out. Say a word and we'll go from there.
Okay, for sure. Horse
on my lap. I'm giving it a pat.
I got the gat in my lap.
One of these days I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna put 7th Street on the map.
Ooh, you hear this, man? All these fools gonna clap.
My life's a movie. It's rap. Are we next up? No, we're next up. So we're not the next person up. We're the next person after that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it's been a pleasure. It really has been a pleasure just sharing to the world this great friend that I have and a creative genius. And I can't wait to have even more conversations highlighting other people in the community that we both like their work. So you have any words? What do you want to end it off?
Of course. Well, first of all, even though episode 1 was more of a freestyle kind of vibe, I'm still extremely grateful to be here. I'm honestly having a blast, and many chance I get to work creatively with my good friend Kevin. I mean, I'm always here for it. So yeah, special thanks to him. Shout out 7th Street and shout out the 805.
Shout out to 805.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a blessed day.
Have a blessed night as well.